Hey, Mark and Shauna. My name is John. I haven't met you guys in person, but I've talked to Mark on the phone a couple times, so it's nice to meet you. I'm hoping that pretty soon we'll get to meet face to face and get your business rocking. That's what I do. That's my passion. I spend a lot of time and effort doing it, and I get referred a lot to people. So um, I'm not a big, huge corporation, so it tend to be a lot less expensive, but I do exactly the same thing. And we're going to do it for your business if you go ahead and hire me. So let's just kind of go through. I like to kind of teach you a little bit about this stuff. Try and make this 15 minutes so it doesn't take a bunch of time. I know you're probably busy, Mark. And I know how it is running a business. It's go, 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 go. And Shauna being the wife, and I'm sure you have involvement. You also don't have time to sit and watch a video, so I'm gonna make it as quick as I can. Sometimes these take up to a half hour, but I'll try and make it short and sweet so you can kind of get going on it. But so I went ahead and I made this little presentation for you, and I'm gonna give you a copy in PDF when I send you over the link to go watch the video. But you'll get a copy, so you'll have a hard copy, and you can read it whenever you want and go over it. Maybe if you have some more questions, you can always call me. But most of the time, you can read through this and answer a lot of them yourself. But so what what do I do? I make sure that when someone goes to Google or Yahoo or Bing and they type in a search term like, for example, for you guys, it's going to be, say, Spokane tree removal. And when they do that, we get your site to show up on the first page, right? First page, and number one, two, or three, hopefully. I mean, obviously, and I'll kind of show you here. You know, it's pretty obvious. One, two, and three positions in Google on the search results get a bulk of the traffic. So we want to be in those spots. And so that's what SEO does. Search engine optimization is taking your website or a website and optimizing it so that Google puts you at the top of that search term. When someone searches it, it puts you at the top of the page so that you can get some leads coming to your website, and then hopefully eventually they become your customers. Okay, so the number one thing right now especially is making your website what's called mobile optimized or responsive. There's all kinds of different terms for it, but basically it's so that it can show up on a smartphone or a tablet or a laptop and look good, right? Be able to browse it on a smartphone. Your website is done. It does that. It's perfect. It does what it's supposed to, and that's really important. So at least we've got that taken care of. So your website is good. There's a couple things that I would change, obviously, and it's only because I come from a different point of view than, say, a web designer. I build websites all the time. It's elementary to me, but what I really do is build the website so that it works, right? And working meaning that it's doing something for you. It's creating business. And so right off the bat, the first thing I notice is we don't have what's called a call to action above the fold, right? Above the fold meaning right when they pop to your site, which would be just like on a newspaper, it's above the fold, it's above this, right? Right when they get there, they'll see it, which is a contact form or a phone number. I like the phone number, and we'll go over some different ways to do that when we meet, but you got the contact information, but it's just kind of a little low. I would still keep it here, but maybe put, a phone number right here, right? That way, when someone pops onto your website and they're lazy or they don't want to search around, they just want to make a phone call, it's there for them to just call. And I like to make it a link, right? A link so that if they're on their phone, they don't need to try and type it in to dial it. All they got to do is touch that number and it's going to dial out for them. That way we make it as easy as possible for them to contact you, right? That's the object. We want straight to your website and a phone call or a contact form so that you can do what you do, which is sell your business service. Okay, we don't need them. They don't need to enjoy bouncing around your website. My job is to get folks to call you, right? To generate a lead, to get a phone number, to get an email, to get contact information. So having that, what's called a call to action, up high really helps conversion. It's night and day difference. We get that call to action up here. You get all the people that don't have an attention span to click on the number and just call you. I personally like to put the contact form just like you did, but just a little bit higher. A little bit higher. I like to take the message part out of it and actually give them options to fill out, right? How many trees do you have? What service do you want to do? So that when you get that contact form, it's quick, easy. You can read it. You know what you need to, talk to them about, and so on. But I mean, that kind of stuff we can chat and figure it out. That's not my main job. Is stuff that you really don't see. It's all behind the scenes, building links, getting this thing so it ranks high. You know, you need a title. You need what's called an H1 tag. Just different things that are done on the page to um, help Google know exactly what your site's about to rank you. And then obviously, like we talked about, we need like 1,500 words on this front page, right? So in between this line and all this stuff, we need to have some info here, right? And maybe your potential client's not going to sit and read it, but it's really for Google so that they know where to rank you and it pushes you up really fast. It works really good, you guys. It's not just that we can type a bunch of stuff, but it's one of Google's main ranking factors, along with your title, your H1s, different keywords that are inside this, and then the links that are coming into your site. Right, the incoming links. Those are votes from other sites telling Google that you're important. Okay, so that's kind of the on-page stuff, and like I said, we'll get deeper into that when it's time. But let's kind of go over the different things that I can do for you. Okay, so the responsive website design taken care of. Got that done. I went through and I picked your top 6. I know I asked you for 3, but I went and because there's lots of tree services, so getting the top 6 was kind of important to kind of see which keywords they're ranking for, what they're going after, where they're getting the traffic from, and I learned a lot from these guys. It's a competitive market. You can tell that quite a few of these guys have professionals working on their sites to get them ranked, but it's no matter. It's all within reason. It's all well within our ability to jump over the top of them. Let's see. This one, all season and affordable tree service and A1 Stump seem to be doing the best. They seem to have their stuff on lock. Well, you can see it. Like all seasons is typically number 1 in the maps. A1 Stump removals, number 2 in organic, number 2 in maps. So they've locked down quite a bit. And so these top 2 are probably the main competition, but like I said, it's not that bad. We can take care of them. Okay, so those are the dudes we're going to go after. Pretty straightforward. Here, I'll show you really quick how I find out. Like here's Tree Service Spokane. They do really good too, and I can kind of go through and I can see which keywords they're ranking for, which ones they've gone after, and then which position they're in, and then most importantly, how many times it's getting searched in Spokane. So I mean, just these keywords right here, they're getting lots of traffic sent to their site, and if we can just close 10% of those, that's a lot of new clients coming your way. So there's a good resource to find out the keywords we need to go after. And then obviously it also will tell me most importantly, where they're getting their backlinks from. So I can go figure out what we need to do as far as getting their backlinks. They've got basically 7 backlinks. That's well within reason to beat out. And we just need to do one better than them, right? One better than the number one guy. I think the number one guy has like 15, so it's well within reason. Definitely takes some time. It's going to take, a month, 2, 3 months to start getting up into that number 1, 2, or 3 spot, but it's doable. We can do it. Yeah, we can do it. No problem, you guys. So those are the dudes we're going to go after. And then I kind of went over what the SERPs are. That's the search results page. That's where you're going to get the 1, 2, or 3 ranking. Right? That's where we're going to show up. We need that 1, 2, or 3 to get the calls that you're going to need so that you can grow your business. And then another spot that we want to grab is what's called the Google My Business or the Map Pack. And that is this guy right here. Right here, I'll clear this out. The map. Right, and they put 3 businesses in there. We want to be inside that. This is what shows up on phones. And then typically there's a phone number right here instead. You can just call. You can just directly call. So they search for Spokane Tree Service. Typically they're going to click on one of these. Right, they're just going to see it at the top. There's a map of it. Click, call straight to it. So we'll go after those 2. Right, that's part of our strategy, going after the Google Map Pack. Social media is really important. So your Facebook, your Twitter, and so on. I have about 8 different ones I like to have you in. That way you're kind of covering everybody. Your LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. There's a bunch of them. And I like to put you in all of those. And then also, obviously, it gives you a link back to your website, so that helps. The business directories, putting yourself in these directories, right? This is what makes it so that you can get this ranking, right? This part right here is with what are called citations or business directories to get ranked in this part, the organic part. Those are links, right? So you got citations or links. Right, and those are the ones we're going to be going after, right? So we're going to get the citations to get your map pack ranked, and we're going to get the backlinks, which is the next one, backlinking. We're going to get the backlinks to rank you in organic, right? So the object is to do something like this dude right here. Try for Auto Glass Tint. I did for him a tinting company down in Eugene, Oregon. He actually does ads too now, because he just wants to dominate. He dominates that market, right? So he's got number 1 spot up here with an ad. He's the number 1 in the map. He's number 1 and 2 in organic. And then he has number 5 is his Facebook page. Number 7 is his Yelp page. Number 8 is his, well, you get the idea. Just take the whole front page. That's the goal. And when somebody's going to come looking for window tinting in Eugene, as far as they know, this dude right here, Try for Auto Glass and Tint, they're the only business in that city. So, and that's kind of what we want to do with you. When someone searches, you're the only person in Spokane that removes trees. As close as we can get to that, obviously. We want to do our best to try and do that. Right? And we do that with backlinking and citations, map pack. Your business directories are like the Yelps that you can get those ranked too, just like everything. So I also and it's up to you. I don't know how you feel about changing the website or your website's phone number, or if you want me to build you a separate site that's what's called lead gen site. We put a tracking phone number on there, but a tracking phone number is really important because it tells us how successful and how many people are actually calling you from your web properties so that we can judge. We need to know that, between this tracking number, right, the contact form, so we'll be able to track that, obviously, and then the analytics stuff, we should be able to tell exactly where everything's coming from, right? It's going to tell us if our work's worth it.